We're back, and I'm going to make an Irish spiced fruitcake. And I'm very curious how different this will be from the Irish Christmas cake. So let's start. I need to put on the right gas thing. So put all the ingredients apart from the flour, eggs into a saucepan. So all the ingredients, so it starts with 210 grams of dried fruit. Let's put this on low. So I've got one of those package of mixed fruit that was still open. So, and I've got some sultanas, raisins, I'm not sure. What did I say? Apart from the flour and the eggs. So let's put the flour and the eggs to this side for a moment, so I don't mix them up. Unsweetened cherries. These were very difficult to find. Unsweetened dried cherries. So then we need chopped walnuts. It's so strange to put this all on the stove. Then sugar, raw sugar in there. And we need butter. I had 35 grams of walnuts, 100 grams of cherries, 115 grams of raw sugar, 130 grams of butter, allspice, teaspoon baking powder, and ground ginger in. Then 1 cup of milk, so about 200 milliliters. And that's everything, so let's give this a mix. This is such a weird mixture. A little bit. Let's turn up the heat for a moment. Bring to a boil over medium-high heat. So stirring continuously, and then reduce the heat slightly and simmer for 5 minutes. Stirring occasionally, remove from the heat and let cool for about 30 minutes. So let's bring this to a simmer. And while we're waiting for that, I can read the little sub part. Irish spiced fruitcake. This traditional cake is a Let's start again. This traditional cake is a typical Irish afternoon treat. Unsweetened dried cherries give it a pleasant tang, as do ginger and allspice. The cake will keep for several days, wrapped in wax paper and stored in an airtight container. So, not much to go from there, but this is doesn't really look good, but I'm excited to make this because of the dried cherries. So I didn't know that they were so difficult to get, but right now I think I got 4 different kind of cherries at home just to make sure I got the right one for this recipe. Well, I've got the cherries that you put on ice cream. Or you get on ice cream. Most people don't do that at home. But at restaurants, you get sometimes a cherry on top. So I've got those. And then I've got Amareno cherries, I think. Those are very sweet. And then I've got freeze-dried cherries and just dried cherries. So I love cherries. Oh, and I've got cherries and vodka. Those are from my own garden. But it's and the what? Yeah, we had so much fruit. I think two years ago. So we put a lot on alcohol to see what will happen. Anyway, I'm going to speed this up. The 5 minutes simmering, and then I'll show you again. Okay, 5 minutes of simmering. It smells so nice in here. It's the butter and the sugar. Oh, that's such a... I'm so tempted to taste one of those cherries right now, but I don't think it's a good idea. But remove from the heat, and now I have to let it cool for 30 minutes and preheating my oven to 175 Celsius. Or 350 Fahrenheit. And I already greased and lined a 8-inch cake pan. So I think this is 18 centimeters. I think Google said 8 inches is about 20. So closest thing I had. So I'm going to, well, let this cool for half an hour. And then we'll do the next step. Okay, 30 minutes are gone. And now I have this, I don't know, caramel kind of thing. I'm going to try, really want to try one of these cherries. So, I thought it would be sweeter because of all the sugar. Not something I would like to eat as it is right now. Okay, meanwhile, preheat the oven, did that, add flour and eggs to the cake batter. So, do I dump it all in? I just did. And then 2 eggs. 250 grams flour, 2 eggs. Let's mix this. Let's see if we can do this without making a mess. This one is at least quicker than a Christmas cake, because I think you have to, the recipe I always use, I have to put all the dried fruit and the real fruit, the not dry fruit, like I think an apple and orange, and all the liquids in a bowl, and then leave it overnight And some almonds, I think, are in there. And then the glacier cherries. Okay, so let's remove this from here. This is, oh, I have to, now I have to I'm using the same spatula. Judge me all you want. I think we have to put it in here. Spoon the batter into the pre-prep pan, leveling the surface. So, okay, I think this is oh, I think I saw some. I don't know. It is easy to get out of the pan because all the butter, I think. But I did let Google do the measurement thing. Like I just put into Google how much grams is 1 stick of butter. Or 1 stick of butter? 1 stick of butter. Half a cup is 1 stick. So this is I don't know how to describe it. It's not a flavor familiar to me. Even though everything in there I know the flavor of. Anyway. The next steps. Let's put something to the side. To give myself some more room. Right now, the oven is at 175 Celsius, 350 Fahrenheit, and I need to bake it for an hour on that. Have an hour on that temperature. Then I have to reduce the temperature to 160 Celsius, 325 Fahrenheit, and after reducing the heat, I have to bake it for 1.5 hours. So the thing is, I think I'm just going to put this in the oven for the 30 minutes. Change my outfit. After the 30 minutes, I'm reducing the heat. Put it on 1 hour and 30 minutes and go for a run. For 1 hour and 15 minutes, I think. And then be back in time when the cake is ready. Until a toothpick insert in the center comes out clean, and then let the cake cool in the pan for 10 minutes. Then invert onto a wire rack and cool completely. But that's something for a different or later moment. So in the oven. Ooh, so nice and warm. 30 minutes. And then next frame is when it's probably dark outside. So okay, it's been, I have no idea how long, but I went for the run. Nothing special, went pretty good. Then I had to go to the office because I thought I didn't need to, but a colleague of mine had this book and she wanted to give it to me. It's all pictures from Ireland. Oh, this is the Dutch way to spell Ireland. Anyway, But then I just got downstairs, got the cake out of the tin, etc, 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 and then I cut it so I could take a picture before I started tasting, and I thought I was filming that, but no. But what do you think? What do you think? Wait, let me get this. Take a quick picture. Quick. It's not really a quick picture. Why? Of course, all the stats are wrong. So now I have them wrong, because if I anyway, I have Irish spiced fruitcake. It is more. It looks more less dense than the Christmas cake I used to make, or I always make. This is more cake, less fruit. The other is so full and packed with, well, almost not holding together, so much fruit and nuts and everything is in there. And of course, that one is soaked with whiskey for months. So let's give it a try. That bite, I got some crunchy outside, and I really tasted the allspice. So I'm going to get from the middle. Still a bit warm. Just yeah, the ginger, real soft ginger, which is nice. Oh, and by the way, I'm putting this out. It's heavy. I did the half hour at 175 Celsius, and then I turned the oven down to 160, and it needed to go in the oven for an hour and a half. But after that first half hour on 175, I lowered the cake in the oven because I put it in the middle. And then after the first half hour at 175, the dome, the top, already got out of the form. So, and I didn't want the top to burn, so I put it lower in the oven just to be safe. But you can see it's fully cooked. So, but that's not even the part, because I think I had 34 minutes left on baking time from the hour and a half when I already took it out of the oven. I poked it with a skewer and it was done. So I'm so glad I checked, because of the fact I needed to go to the others. I was a bit hasty. So I was like, okay, let's just check. If it's done, if it's done. If it's not done, I have to send out a text that I'll be late. But yeah, I'm glad I did, because this much more lighter than the Christmas cake. Did I do the Christmas cake on film? I think I did. Anyway, and to be honest, let's find a cherry. This is up. The walnuts every now and then. There weren't a lot of walnuts, but I just got a piece of walnut. I think this is a cherry because it's bigger than a. This is a raisin, and this is one of those cherries. So less sour or tart than I thought it would be. But plenty of cherries, dried cherries here right now, so I can make, I think, 9 more of these cakes right now. But in my opinion, and I'm sorry if I offend anyone, you could just do raisins or, well, sultanas. I have no idea if that's the same. Never understood. Or currants, or I don't know, cranberries, dried fruit in general. It says mixed dried fruits such as raisins, currants, golden raisins. So, no, it says it also needed 2/3 of a cup unsweetened cherry. So I'm not sure about the cherries. I absolutely love cherries. Told you what kind of cherries I had at home. I even have cherry juice. So cherries, peaches, blueberries. I think that's my top 3 of fruits, not in that order. And I have no order. But yeah, I'm a bit indifferent about the cherries. Maybe next time I'll try it with cranberries. Anyway, thanks for watching. This was I like this. This is a good cake. And a bit weird with starting to cook everything except for the flour and the eggs. But, you know, easy, but a lot of waiting time. Again, 5 minutes for the cooking, 30 minutes cooling, half an hour in the oven, an hour and a half in the oven. But if it's done, it's good. Anyway, thank you for watching. I wish I could share this with you. I start to talk with my mouth full, keep eating this. That's how you know that it's good. If people can keep eating, I start making real sounds. Anyway, thanks for watching. Hopefully see you in the next video.